A few weeks back, a long time after these efforts to ban misinformation from search were put into action, I logged onto Facebook and looked for information about vaccines with some pretty generic search terms like vaccines, vaccine information, things like that. And it took me less than 2 minutes to find this page. So it maybe looks innocuous enough at first blush, right? It's supposedly just making sure people log adverse reactions to COVID vaccines. But this kind of group and site, again and again, is proving to be kind of a gateway for much more aggressive anti-vax information, anti-vaxxer information, and misinformation campaigns, I should say. And top posts on this group are people from the group trying to game or avoid the Facebook algorithms, interestingly, by misspelling words and putting URLs, onto the site, onto the page with spaces in between letters so that their cause isn't silenced, as one user put it. This commenter says, another commenter says here, "I'm not taking this vax and I'm not letting my child have it." So once again, you sort of see this connection to the parenting aspect of anti-vaxxer groups connected to the COVID vaccines.
Clearly, this challenge for Facebook is not over. Just last month, they took one of their biggest steps yet in curtailing the spread of this type of misinformation. Now, even if people are sharing those personal stories that Monica Bickert was talking about, those posts meet the criteria for removal if they perpetuate unfounded conspiracy theories like vaccines cause autism.
So in 2021, when taking a vaccine feels like a really existential crisis, right? Or when not taking a vaccine feels existential, right? And just a really big choice, not just for yourself or your bubble or your community, but your country and maybe even the world. This is like a really big moment that we're talking around taking a vaccine to stop the pandemic. It feels more and more like an ethical or moral issue.